Welcome to the Sales Universe, where you can learn how to prospect well, sell more, and negotiate to win. I'm Andre O'Brien, co-founder here at the Sales Universe. I'm going to tell you something. I am so excited about this session today. It's all about how do we use closing combinations to give us a better chance at securing every opportunity. A closing combination is just simply where we go ahead and we use either a tier 1 or a tier 2 closing method in combination to erase any kind of doubt or resistance that we might face from our prospect or our customer. For example, tier 1 closes, they're usually the most common. They're, for example, what we call the direct method close, which is just asking for the sale directly. Right? We just simply say, hey, look, I'd like to know, can we go ahead and write this order up today? Can we get started today? We are just simply asking for a yes right out of the gate. The options method close, simply giving our prospect some choices. So, for example, which of these options would you select? Would you prefer delivery on Tuesday? Would you prefer Thursday? Would that be better for you? Options. The next steps close. And this is just simply our way of taking a good process with this customer to its natural conclusion. How many of us have ever been in a situation where we've gone ahead, we wanted to make a purchase someplace, we have our card in our hands, and the salesperson just keeps talking and talking and talking, and we're saying to ourselves, oh, how do you stop this person? I just want to wrap this thing up and go. The next step process is just simply taking that engagement to its natural conclusion. And so all we just simply say is the next step in the process is, and then we move it on. Those are our tier 1 closing methods. And they're real effective on their own. When we go ahead and we use them in combination with other of our closes, it truly does help to remove the resistance that we might find. The second tier closes, they're what we call more indirect closes. So for example, the indirect close. What is it in this process that we can do to go ahead and move forward from here? Or do we need to go ahead and bring the contracts in, the lawyers in, to go ahead and take a look at some of our finer points? As you can see, the indirect close usually has something to do with the process itself, or bringing business in, or formalizing the agreement in some way. Should you receive a positive response here, then you can just simply follow up with the direct method of the next steps close. The next one for us is the opportunity close. Now, we hear this close on a pretty regular basis. We just may not recognize it for what it is. Anytime we hear words like, for limited time only, or while supplies last, this is the business using the opportunity close. And it drives a sense of urgency because it places some time limits or availability limits on the opportunity. And it makes us want to make a decision. Anytime we hear words like sale, see the word sale, this is the business using the opportunity close on us. So why shouldn't we do the same? Very strong recommendation here, though. Don't lead with it. Right? It really does take away a soft place for us to fall. Should we get a no, or should we get some resistance here? So if appropriate for your business, we really should have this opportunity just sitting right here in our back pocket and use it when it's most appropriate. Really a simple, good practice to do. How about this one? The alternative choice method. Just like the options method, we have just simply another solution teed up, just in case we're getting strong resistance from our first offering. We strongly recommend having this close ready to go in most situations. And it doesn't have to be a very dramatic change. Right? It could be something simple to change, like a delivery or maybe payment terms. Something that's going to go ahead and entice that buyer to move forward. Just be sure that the alternatives that we're giving them, it's got to be something that's important to the prospect. Right, something that maybe we uncovered during the exploring the gap phase in the sales process that we outline in our book. It has to sound maybe something like this. We can waive the fee for the extended warranty if you are willing to go ahead and take delivery this week. Or would you consider 45-day terms instead of 30? If we can gain that commitment today. Given that we may be faced with some kind of resistance while we're closing, the ability to go ahead and combine these closes, both tier 1 and tier 2, is going to be really, really helpful for you. Knowing our customer, step number 1, is going to be key to using these closes. We may already have assumed that the direct close, for example, is not going to resonate with this particular prospect. So what do? Intentionally have something in your back pocket. Have one of these combinations sitting there ready to go. And if you do, bravo! It's a smart play. So here are some combinations that really have proved effective when used together. So for example, the indirect close and the next steps close. The direct close and the opportunity close, the direct close and the alternative choice close. When you're ready, strong recommendation, go ahead, rewind the video, listen to the examples, and think about a situation that you're in right now, a prospect, a customer you're working with. Put these closes in your own words, practice them, have some fun with it. Hear yourself saying it. It's going to make this a lot easier to go ahead and use once we're sitting there in front of the prospect. Now, if these prior closes, if they don't yield a strong response that we're looking for to kind of move things forward, our tier 3, tier 4 closes, probably the remedy that you're going to need. So go ahead and keep your eyes open for an email from us. It's going to have a video in there that's going to detail our tier 3 and tier 4 closes, and also going to show you how to use them in combination so that you can help that customer feel more comfortable making that buying decision. And keep in mind, of course, all of these closes are in our book, How to Sell Succeeding in a Noble Profession. Again, this is the place for you to learn how to prospect well, sell more, and negotiate to win. And I really want to thank you very much for taking some time with us with this video, particularly on how to use combination closes. So the first video, this one, and the next one coming, you put them all together, oh, you're going to be absolutely unstoppable. If you have some friends that you believe would benefit from these videos as well, feel free, pass them along. And as always, we truly do look forward to helping you realize all the success that the universe has to offer. Goodbye now.